For the next silhouette of the seas, we're going to do something a little bit different, but how about using this beautiful paper? Look at that. That is off the USB. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, you're not actually going to see much of this, but you're just going to get a little hint. Now, remember I talked about the paper pack on the last demo? This is from the paper pack. Look at that pearlescent. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm using the black and I'm also using the royal blue. I think, if I remember right, there's two different blues. There's one that's a bit more royal and one that's a bit more navy. So we're going to use the royal one. And then the other thing I've done is I've got a couple of papers off the USB and I've just taken the opacity down in them just to give them that extra little bit, a little bit paler. So this is a beautiful one with the background, and then this is one with sort of bubbles, and I've used the sentiments off the USB to print onto there. Saves you having to do stamping because not everybody likes to stamp. So let's just pop that onto our card base, but it is a beautiful pearlescent card, isn't it? Can you see that sheen on here? It's absolutely fantastic, and that's going to go just there. Pop that on, and then I'm going to pop this decorative paper, which is so pretty. That USB is an absolute must, even if you want to use it away from this collection. It's got the most gorgeous underwater themed papers. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So we can pop that onto there. And then I'm going to add the blue paper. So this is the blue pearlescent. Now, when I trim these down, make sure you keep all the little bits, and I'll show you why. We're going to use all of those little bits to cut out all of our dies. Now, I know you can't see much of the paper, but we're just getting the hint of that colour back through there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this pattern paper on next. So we can pop this pattern paper on, and that's going to go just there. Now this one fits just inside there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this, and I'm tearing it from above so that I get that white edge, and I'm going to tear that down there, and that's going to go onto here. Then I'm going to cut out a little bit, which I don't want, so let's go that way. So tear it to make sure I still get white, and that's going to come down here. So what we've got now is we want another strip. Oh, don't like that, that's a bit harsh. There we go. So we've got another strip just here. So it's just a different way of creating some detail. So that one's going to go there, and then finally let's come through here. So what you're getting is you're getting the hint of those papers from behind. So let's just pop those on. So it's just a different way of using your papers and getting all of that detail. And I saw this on a card that one of our design team, Vicky, did, and I thought, oh, I like that. So I thought we'll borrow a little bit of those ideas. So, you know, this is what it's all about. This is why we give you cards when we launch them, and then we do these videos so that you can take little bits from there. I borrow bits from what the design teams do, and hopefully you can borrow the ideas as well and then make them your own. So we can pop that one just on there. So can you see we've now got, looks really clever, doesn't it? It almost looks like shafts of light coming through the water. And what I've done is I've cut out of the leftover from that black cardstock, we've cut a couple of the starfish out. So I've used the largest and the second one of the starfish. Now those are going to look lovely on there, but what I've also done is from the rest of this piece of paper, I've got a second sentiment, and I've then just cut the, so we've got the seabed, we've got the coral reef. Yeah, we've just used the seabed and the coral. Yeah, and that's a little bit, that's a seabed one there. So seabed and coral reef. So we've just cut them out of the blue and the black. And I've stuck them on already because I wanted that glue to really dry. So I'll show you what we're going to do then. So it looks a bit random at the moment, but then I'm going to take this one and pop that just there. So let's take that down. But you really need to make sure your glue is very dry before you start with this. And then my second starfish is going to go up there, and we can then, let's just pop that just there. So we're creating our own sort of decoration on our starfish. So we can pop that through there. And the other thing I've got is I've got these, let's see where we are, there we go. These are our bubble frames. Can you see you've got all those lovely dies that cut bubbles? So I've cut 2 of those out, and I've just cut 2 out of the black as well. And we've got this here, there we are. Now what I've done is I brought with me the little scrap bits in case I need them. Now hopefully this will have cut through, but if not we might have to just trim it out. No, it's cut perfectly, but look at that now. So I've got my sentiment, but look at how the panels have just created decorative elements onto there. Look at that. So you've got texture. It's almost like they've been embossed now. Just a lovely way to use them. So we can take this starfish. Let's make sure we've got it the same way up. There we go. Yep, that's perfect. And then we can pop this one onto the black layer. And that's going to go, oops, just on there. So it's like the coral is coming through. So we want that one to go that way round. And then this one, have we got it the right way up? Not that way. There we go. That goes that way up, look. Fits perfectly. And that's going to come down there. Or put a little bit of glue right to the end. There we go. We've got that one on there, like that. And then we can, this is where my black foam pads I thought were really, really useful. So we can take this, before we actually stick that down, I want to get my little bubbles. And I'm going to get my bubbles and I'm going to pop those just there. Then I can pop, oops, get it the right way around. We can put my first starfish on there. So the bubbles are like coming out. Where's my second starfish going? He's going to go there. So let's put those bubbles just down here. Something a little bit different, maybe a bit more of a masculine card, because obviously, you know, we've not got all that decorative elements. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue gel on the back there, so that when we line that up, we can pop that on there. How about something like that? If you're looking for a card for the male in your life, how about doing something along the lines of that?